Habiskybombdigiy. Back in action from Nier Automata in the city ruins. Look at this place. Kinda cool.
Target location acquired. Marking on map.
Oh,
Proposal. Proceed to target location.
Alright. I'm not a big fan of the robot. I'm going to change that guy up. I hope you don't mind. I personally like this book was actually in the very first Nier game. I believe it was just called Nier. It was about a dude and a little girl. I think it's supposed to be his daughter. I'm not 100% sure, but she was like under a curse and his book comes to help you. It was a really good game. It had some issues. It was extremely confusing. I believe the girl died in my one playthrough I did, and then after that, it really wasn't clear whether there was any more to do, because I kind of ran around for a good maybe another 8-9 hours just not doing it. There was like nothing to do, so I think I might have I was supposed to do something to keep her alive, or maybe start another playthrough. I'm not sure. I never really looked too much into it when the game first came out, but it had awesome gameplay, much like this, and this kind of works and progresses the gameplay even further. What's really good about it is you got to literally utilize all your buttons. Your R2 is to dodge, and R1 you can constantly have shooting all the time while you're fighting. So it's good to, trying to maintain and keep this going while fighting and dodging all at the same time. So you literally have your hands on all the buttons, and it is very complicated. And I could see if you're playing on the very hard difficulty, where you would probably have to utilize all the buttons and keep your hands on all the triggers. But let's get into it. Now I could go in here, which I think it wants me to, but screw it, I'm gonna fly.
Hey, 2B!
Oh yeah, he gives me shit for doing that. Man, this is the open world, which when I first heard about this game, I thought it was going to be that linear section of the demo, and it was just going to give me cool set pieces. And then I got to this point, and even watching a review, nowhere in any of the reviews do they specify this is an open world game. Now, it's not insanely open world. I guess you could say they're kind of linear set pieces, but here, I'll show you the map here. So see, for the demo, we were over here in this section. I can go back there, which I'm going to go back there in a little bit to go and get my sword back. But yeah, then you got all these little points, which are save points, and they will open up areas of the map. Like see right here, it should be all open up in grassy field, but it shows that's blank because I don't have it scanned yet. So I'll go over here and I'll lock this save point.
Jamming caused by enemies in local vicinity.
Boom. The mail's nothing. It's literally like, oh, this is tutorial to the mail.
Map data obtained from bunker.
Boom, and then we go and look at our map again, and see, we got a whole, now all this is opened up. So now we can see all this.
Data may be displayed from the system menu.
Map data, huh? According to our intel, none of the machines in this area are hostile. We've been seeing more and more enemies like this lately. They just stand there and stare into space. It's pretty weird.
Kick it out of existence. Yeah. There's these animals here that are really hard to kill because, as you can see, these are actual players. Other player bodies. If you have the network feature option turned on, you'll be able to see other players' dead bodies. By examining these bodies, you can do the following: pray. The other player's health will be fully restored, and they'll receive an item. Retrieve. You'll temporarily gain 3 random effects based on the chips the player had equipped. Repair. The body will follow you around and aid you in combat. 1 max. So this is a very, very cool kind of throwing in Dark Souls, but changing it up. Like you can skip the prey. I don't understand why people would skip the prey. Like it helps other people out. So why would you skip it? And I usually do retrieve because get the extra little bonuses, health, taunt up, overclock, range defense. I cried and cried on a tower smiled upon angels. Yeah, when you die, you get the option to set kind of a sentence. An emotional android gave into doubt and the boring countryside. I have no idea if any of these stats stack. I really don't even know where to check for that. I think. Yeah, I really have no idea. This game doesn't really hold your hand, which is a good thing. But yeah, it doesn't really hold your hand, so you gotta try to figure things out for yourself. Trial and error. I know I tried killing one of those deer moose things and fucking whipped my ass. Alright, we're gonna go and retrieve my sword. My heavy sword. I could easily go buy another one. I believe I have enough to go buy something that's actually better, but if you upgrade these, apparently they're pretty good. Yeah, check out the foot. Oh, you know, because Overwatch Tracer is so bad for her sexual positions, but here we got a chick in like lingerie, and it's all good. Who cares? I find people seem to pick and choose what they bitch about on the internet, and it's very hypocritical at times. There's some things I want to talk about, but I'm not going to bring them up right currently on some things that are happening in the industry currently. I'm going to wait on that just until I get a little bit more information to pass along. Forget how to get. It's not. I wouldn't say exactly it's a pretty game. I mean, it's no Horizon Zero Dawn or Zelda or anything. Even kind of, I would even like go ahead and say like it's like very PS3 graphics, even PS2-ish in its textures, but it definitely doesn't take away from the game at all. I mean, just hey, look at Zelda. I mean, compared to Horizon, the graphics are kind of shit and the textures are like very bland. But I mean, that doesn't stop people from liking it, and it does look like an excellent game. And I wish I had the money for a Switch because I would definitely buy it. Although, if you've been listening to the news, there's some banning of devices on airplanes. Apparently, you can only have apparently smartphones now. It's a new law that Trump just passed on some of the on some flights. You can only have smartphones, no computers, no laptops, tablets. Yeah, anything larger than a smartphone, basic smartphone, and they say basic smartphone. So I'm not even sure if I have an iPhone 6s, which is a lot larger than a regular iPhone, so I'm not 100% sure if they would even allow that. And if they would allow that, then I would guess that Nintendo DS and maybe even the PlayStation Vita would be allowed. But a Switch, definitely not. That would probably be classified as a tablet. Oh yeah, I got my sword back. I should probably equip that. Enough of the news talk. Weapons. We'll go weapon slot. And we'll go boom. Go. You can have a bunch of different. You can have like two fast attack weapons and not one. And like it all changes, and all of your attacks change based upon your different weapons you have equipped. It's very cool. I went through. Yeah, I'm not gonna go through the DLC stuff. I might do it off camera just to level up a bit, but then again, I'm just trying to get to the basically a point where I am in my main playthrough, and then I'm going to go back to that because I've got 2B pretty tricked out there. I don't want to spoil everything for you guys. I really do want everyone to go and get this game if they really can. Even if it goes on sale, this is in my opinion, definitely a must-play, along with Horizon Zero Dawn as well. Definitely a must-play. They are excellent. These are excellent, excellent games. And they're PlayStation exclusives as well. And it just goes to show you that the stats that say that you need to have a game that needs to be multiplayer or only sequels and remakes sell is complete bullcrap, because this game is getting 9.5s, and Horizon Zero Dawn is in the exact same boat. It's getting perfect and 9s across the board. So it just goes to show you that no, we do not need to keep having sequels and rehashed games over and over again. We can have new IPs, and as long as they, you know, as long as people actually put the time, and Sony seems to be a lot better with not rushing developers. I mean, No Man's Sky was a totally different situation. I truly believe that Sony rushed that game, and if maybe given it another 2 years, that game would have been like what Sean Murray was promising us. I am 100% sure with all the content that is coming out with the game now that Sony rushed that. Oh, we can fish. I didn't know that. That's something I didn't even know. Look at that. I'm learning. Oh, see, that's what I'm talking about. 9S gets in the way sometimes. Apparently there are only certain locations, like even though there's water all around, you gotta like hit the certain location to fish, apparently. They're very weird. Totally not going where I'm supposed to go, just kind of like showing you guys around a little bit. Oh yeah, this is kind of cool. I learned this really later in my main playthrough here. Climb these trees and get to better heights. Very cool. There are quite a few invisible walls, like there's like these holes in the buildings and stuff like that you can't go through because it's invisible walls, which is a little depressing because it would have been nice to like actually go and explore these buildings and if they would like put stuff in them. But there's enough parkouring and climbing.
Plant life has claimed most of the central area. Big plants too.
Report. Records show that vegetation has grown to an abnormal size since the departure of humans.
Wonder if there are any huge boars and such, too.
There are. Go. Oh, dang. Dodge. See, like this little crevice, it's probably invisible wall. Yeah. See, it's a little eh. I mean, this is definitely not a perfect game, and the fact that it even got 9s in some cases is quite impressive. So that must mean the gameplay and story are excellent. Like I said, it's about 5 playthroughs, I believe, to actually get the full story and scope of the game. I wonder if I can get up to that rooftop. I can. And where we going? Where we going? I don't know. Huh. Let's try this one. Oh, look, I think there's a chest up there. Some of them I can't open yet. I'm not sure what I need to open some of them, but... Let's see. Oh, yeah, ooh, that was close. Oh, birds. The music in this game is excellent. I'm using some pretty good headphones, and the music in this game is just excellent. And it changes, it varies depending on area, and it just works.
Yeah.
The rebel base. I get like such a nostalgic like RPG Final Fantasy feeling when sometimes when I'm playing this. I remember when I was back in high school, I used to spend hours on my weekends. I would go out and rent a game and just spend hours and hours playing it. I wouldn't go to sleep. I would just spend 2 days just straight playing games. And this game like definitely brings that feeling back where I wanted to spend all my time playing it. Newcomer, are you? Go talk to the commanding officer over there. I don't want to. This person?
You're number 2.
No, I'm number 1!
You know about 2B?
Yes, well, the bunker told me to expect you. My name is Anemone.
Yeah. Nice name.
I'm the leader of the android resistance that controls most of this territory.
I bet you are.
You must be the new scouts we heard about.
Can I get a cape like that?
Well, I'm sure my people will have plenty of information for you. Please feel free to ask them anything you like.
Will do. But it'll have to wait till the next episode. Alright, we'll talk to some of these people later. Alright, everybody. This is Habiskybombdigiy saying thank you very much for tuning in, and I'll see you next time.